Hello and welcome back. This is one of the video from series of article. In this lesson, we will learn where to use no article, or we can say omission of article or zero article. There are many rules of zero articles or where we don't use articles. So rule number 1, a or an is not used before plural countable nouns like boys, umbrellas, cats and so on. As in the sentence, boys are standing at the gate. We cannot say a boys are standing at the gate. And similarly, I have got umbrellas this year. We cannot say I have got an umbrellas this year. Rule number 2, we use zero article before uncountable nouns like advice, information, news, baggage, luggage, furniture and so on. If you want to show their quantity, they are often preceded by some, any, a little, a lot of, a piece of and so on. As in the sentence, I will give you a piece of advice. We cannot say I will give you an advice. And similarly, there isn't any news. And at last, she needs some furniture. Well, knowledge is also considered uncountable and it takes no article. Like expert knowledge is necessary. But if you want to show the quantity, then we have to use these words before knowledge also. Like he has a lot of grammar knowledge. But when we used it in a particular sense, it takes the article. Like in the sentence, a knowledge of language is always useful. And he has a good knowledge of mathematics. Let's take the next word, hair. Hair is considered uncountable when it means all the hair of one's head. Like in the sentence, she has black hair, means all the hair on her head. But when we consider each hair separately, we can say a hair, two hairs. Like in the sentence, the fisherman used a hair to tie the feather to the hook. Means he used one hair to tie the feather. And the next word is experience. It means practice in doing something which is uncountable. Like in the sentence, he has 10 years of experience in law or teaching. But an experience meaning something which happens to someone is considered countable. Like in the sentence, he had an exciting experience last night means an adventure last night. Omission of article before material nouns, because material nouns are also considered uncountable, like glass, wood, iron, stone, paper, cloth, wine, coffee, tea, calcium, protein, gold, etc. Material noun refer to the type of substance instead of individual particles of the substance. We cannot count them because they are in the form of liquid, semi-liquid or solid. Like in the sentence, windows are made of glass. But if we denote one particular thing, then takes article. Like in the sentence, have a glass of water or wine. And similarly, we write on paper means normal paper. But in this sentence, I've got a paper means newspaper. It is a particular thing here. And iron is a metal. Here it is a material noun showing that it is made of which particular substance. And in this sentence, I use an iron means electric iron, which we use to remove wrinkles from the cloth. We can use the or some before material noun to show specification. Like the wine in the bottle is mine, don't take it. Or I saw there is some milk in the jug. In both the sentences, a speaker knows about the wine and the milk as well. Abstract nouns are also take no article because they are considered uncountable, like beauty, happiness, fear, hope, death, love and so on. These are the words refer to states, events, concept, feeling, qualities, etc. that have no physical existence. Like he was pale with fear in a general sense, and men fear death, and love is God. We cannot count these things as they all are uncountable. But when we particularize them, like here in the sentence, some children suffer from a fear of dark, and the death of Prime Minister left his party without a leader. In the sentence, we know the Prime Minister, we know whom we are talking about. Normally, we use no article before names of meals, like lunch, breakfast, dinner. As in the sentence, we have breakfast at 8. It means we used to take breakfast at 8. It is our daily routine. That's why we put no article before that. But it takes article when preceded by an adjective. Like he gave us a good dinner. Dinner is preceded by an adjective good. That's why we put a before dinner. The article is also used when it is a special meal given to celebrate something or in someone's honor. Let's understand through comparison. I was invited to dinner means I was invited at the house in the ordinary way. But I was invited to a dinner given to welcome the new ambassador means it is a special occasion. And at last, the wedding breakfast was held at her father's house. Here, breakfast is particularized by saying wedding breakfast. That's why we put the before breakfast. Rule number 3, we use no article before words like home, church, market, school, hospital. Let's first talk about home. When it is used alone, that is not preceded or followed by any descriptive word or phrase. The is omitted before home. Like we went home and they got home late. But if it is followed by descriptive word or phrase, it takes the article, the. We went to the bride's home. There is a descriptive word which gives the description about the home, means which home or whose home. Let's take words church, market, school, college, bed, hospital, and so on. We use no article before these words when visited for primary purpose. Like we go to church to pray, school to study, market to sell or purchase, college to study, bed to sleep, hospital for treatment. Like her uncle is in hospital means he is there for treatment, means he is a patient there. He is there for primary purpose. But when there is no primary purpose, it takes article the before it. Like she went to the hospital to look up her teacher. Since the speaker visited the place other than the primary purpose, means she did not go there to get treated or to give treatment. Now, rule number 4. Do not use any article before the names of languages, arts, and science subjects. Like Hindi is a difficult language. We are studying Arabic. Sculpture is an art mastered by few. And Atul has a PhD in physics. Rule number 5. We don't use any article before the names of games. Like I play tennis. They play football. Baseball is famous in USA. And chess is played by intelligent people. And next rule, we use no article before names of relatives. Like father has gone out, aunt wants you to see her, mother is the symbol of love, and sister means affection. And in the next rule, we don't use any article before the names of continents and countries. Example, Asia, Norway, Sri Lanka, and so on. Let's take some couple of examples. Africa is the hottest continent, and Sri Lanka is an island to the south of India. Note, we use the before the names of countries or states, which include words like republic, union, kingdom, states. For example, the United Kingdom, the United States of America. There are some nouns before we put zero article. Like we place no article before festivals. Like we celebrate Holi in the month of March. And before the names of single mountains like Mount Fujiyama, Mount Everest, Mount Abu, and so on. As in the sentence, Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. But remember, if you want to talk about the mountain ranges, then we put article the before that. Like the Himalayas are the highest mountain in the world. Let's take next rule. Rule number 10. We don't use any article before names of lake. For example, Dal Lake, Wooler Lake, etc. And we don't use any article before possessives like his, her, their, and so on. Let's take a sentence. His dog is 7 years old. We use no article after kind of. Like what kind of cat is it? We don't use any article after kind of. And the next sentence, what kind of experience is this? And at last, don't use any article before the word God. Okay, now it's time to know what you have learned. There are some sentences on the screen. You have to place correct article wherever necessary. Okay, stop the video, try the exercise and check your answers. See you in the next video with new topic. Till then, bye bye.